Hello everyone, and the channel is with you in search of the best, and today I will tell you 5 Borderlands movie predictions from Reddit. Listen carefully and don't get distracted. Subscribe to the channel. I looked at the statistics and 94% of people are watching without a subscription. It's not difficult for you to subscribe to this channel, but I will be glad. Click on the like button if you want to continue. 5. It will be the story of Roland Jr. Since some fans complained that Kevin Hart's physique didn't quite match with Roland's more physical design from the Borderlands video games, Redditor telephones 315 wondering if there's a reveal with this casting hiding in plain sight. He posts Kevin Hart playing the son of Roland and Lillith would make a lot more sense. Especially if it's the story of Roland Jr. traveling the universe. The biggest problem with this theory is that Kevin Hart is not young. For those who may not realize it, Kevin Hart is 42 while Cate Blanchett is 52. Blanchett has been in the public eye much longer than Hart, so it may be easy to make the same mistake Tel 315 did, but it makes no sense for her to be his mother. To give them a bit of credit, it is quite a creative theory. 4. It won't be in the same universe. Borderlands is beloved in no small part due to its completely absurd world packed with rich lore and a majorly messed up history. Reddit user tangential_quip is worried that this will be completely lost in the movie adaptation of the franchise, writing it isn't going to make any sense in the existing Borderlands universe. It turns out that this user was right, with Randy Pitchford later confirming on Twitter that the movie exists in its own Borderlands Cinematic Universe, or BCU. It's not a particularly surprising revelation, but one that is disappointing for fans hoping the movie would expand on the franchise's already established continuity. 3. Handsome Jack has to be included. If the best Batman movies need to include the Joker, then the best version of the Borderlands movie needs to include Handsome Jack. Redditor put _it_all_on_blck summarized this perfectly when he commented, "What idiot would write a screenplay for Borderlands and not make Handsome Jack the main antagonist?" Handsome Jack is, undoubtedly, the most popular character the series has produced. It's very difficult to craft characters that have his staying power. The Calypso twins of Borderlands 3 did their best to fill his big shoes but, unsurprisingly, could not live up to the incredibly high precedent set by Handsome Jack. The movie will have to contend with this same harsh reality. 2. Reese will be a major character. The upcoming movie may be the first live-action take on Pandora, but it isn't the series' first foray into a deeper form of narrative storytelling. Tales from the Borderlands, created by Telltale Games, under license from Gearbox, was a massive hit with fans that perfectly captured the unique tone of the Borderlands universe and provided some of its funniest quotes. Now, some are convinced that the Borderlands movie is set to feature one of Tales' main characters. Redditor Snow30865 writes the story could be to do with Lillith meeting Reese, as a new and rising CEO of the newly refounded Atlas Corporation. Given his unique character design and knack for dry-wit humor, Reese would be a logical inclusion for the series as it looks to bring the Borderlands flavor to this new medium. If Handsome Jack is indeed absent from the film, Reese ties to the powerful corporate entities of the series could even lead to him taking a more villainous role in the movie. 1. This will be Kevin Hart's first serious role. The Borderlands movie has several intriguing casting choices, but none of them is quite as head-scratching as Kevin Hart's upcoming role as Roland. There's no doubt that Hart is incredibly talented, but many are worried about selecting him to play a character known in the series for being more stoic than comedic. However, Reddit user CoffeeFan1804 isn't worried and says, "Kevin Hart certainly makes it sound like this could be his first truly serious role." Perhaps he is correct and Hart is trying to break into a more dramatic phase of his career, similar to the direction of Adam Sandler in Uncut Gems. While Borderlands seems like an unusual place for Hart to make that turn, his excitement towards the project gives a lot of credence to the theory.